Good evening, Tonya. This is Josie Borja Sherman checking in from Vacaville, California. I can't hear you.
I was still muted. Sorry about that. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Please state your name and where you're calling from. We'll be getting started in about a minute.
Hi, Tonya. I'm Stephanie Lavoie from North Quebec, Canada, Rouyn-Noranda.
Hello.
How you doing? Troyson Talon from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn in the house.
Yeah.
Gerald Brooks, Houston, Texas.
Hello, Mr. Brooks.
Hello, hello.
Fantastic.
Paquette from
Hello.
Brittany says from Dallas, Texas.
Hey, Brittany.
Hey, Davion Williams, Bronx, New York.
Welcome. Hi, Davion.
Hey.
Daniel Italian from Gaspé Coast, Canada. Boom.
Hello. Canada's always representing. All right. Who else do we have with us?
Good evening, everybody. Lawrence Dumas, Houston, Texas. Boom.
Hey, Lawrence. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful.
Awesome.
About 30 more seconds, guys. Please state your name and where you're calling from. You can unmute your own line and then just mute it back when you're finished. All right, awesome. Well, we're going to get started. It is Saturday, and I know everyone has had a fantastic day. If you're already a part of iBuumerang, if you're not, and you're just joining us for the first time, you are going to find out why we are so pumped up. We started early this morning with our CEO and our company executives giving us fantastic information about our futures and how we can help empower you. So we are fired up, guys. Let me see some boom signs if you're fired up out there in boom world. Yes, yes. So we're going to talk to you tonight about our company, why we're so passionate, why we're fired up when so many things are going wrong for people all over the world during this pandemic. Our company is growing, it's thriving, people are making more money, and their anticipation for the future is just so fantastic. We have such a bright outlook, and it really changes your perspective. So strap on your seatbelts, get your pen and paper out, take lots of notes, write your questions down because we want to make sure you get your questions answered. And please, 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 if you have something in your heart that just says, this is it for me, don't hesitate. Jump in here with us, be a part of this movement, find out for yourself why we're so pumped up. As I said, my name is Tonya Lawrence, and I'm from the Columbia, Maryland area. My husband and I, we for over 24 years owned our own investment banking firm. We facilitated financing for businesses that needed anywhere from $1 million to $200 million. And during that time, it gave us a really great appreciation for understanding what makes a business successful, what helps help a banker decide if they were a good business for financing, and also, you know, what makes a business sustainable. All right, we don't see you. Your camera is closed, Ms. Lawrence. Okay, Mr. Bernstein, can you highlight my camera that is open? We're working around technology, guys, and we're still making it work. I have one device that I'm using for my voice and the other device that I'll be using to share the presentation.
Okay, looks like you can start it now. I think I just passed it over to you. I asked you to start your video. And it's waiting for you.
where it seems sometimes like the business owns you, because we love to travel, we love to have a good time. And when we go away for our vacations for 2 or 3 weeks at a time, we always came back to an environment where there was no money being made over that 2 or 3 weeks that we were away. And so in my gut, I kept saying there has to be a way for us to have residual income. There has to be a way for us to be able to make money in our sleep. And finally, we were introduced to the world of network marketing. And so I will tell you, open your minds right now, because when I first learned about network marketing, I had a certain perception of it. And it took for me stepping back, being open-minded and listening to what network marketing had to offer that completely changed my perspective. And even more so, this company is going to take it to another level. So I'm going to share my screen with you and share a presentation that we have about our company. And our company is iBuumerang. Guys, this company has been just a blessing to so many people around the world. We are just shy of a year old, or a little bit more than a year old. We started March 11th of 2019. Already we are in over 180 countries. In our first fiscal year of 2019, we generated over $50 million in revenue, and they paid out over $26 million of that to people in the field for commissions, people like you and I. So when I tell you we are fired up, we are truly fired up. So here's our disclaimer. You'll see that just like anything else in life, we're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about money that can be made and earned, but we're also going to tell you it's going to be based on your efforts. But here is the secret sauce. Our CEO and the leaders of our company have put together systems that make it easy for you to follow, execute, and earn money. So we're not going to leave you out there high and dry. I talked about the momentum of the company. Here is the proof in the pudding. You see on this screen, it's from Business for Home magazine, and it listed the top 500 fastest growing direct sales companies in 2020 based on percentage, or excuse me, in 2019 based on that revenue, but it's the 2020 list. Look at who number one is, iBuumerang. So it's not just us being very excited about our company. There it is, a company that is outside of us, a third-party company that ranked over 500 different direct sales company, and we were listed as number one based on our momentum. We're still taking off. I mean, you would have thought that because of the pandemic that things would have slowed down. The first country to really take off after the pandemic was Italy. That blew everyone's minds, and everyone said, oh, we got to keep up. We got to see what's going on and how we can do what they're doing. Why are they so excited when they're at the epicenter of this crisis? And we found out that people needed an opportunity. They were losing jobs left and right. They were losing hope left and right. And iBuumerang gave them an opportunity and hope. So we have something that's called the PRIB. And that stands for Perpetual Residual Income Builder. We'll talk about that here in a minute. So we have a product that is the first thing that helps people get into the PRIB. That product is called our iGo, and that's short for I Go for Less. And iGo, we have over 500,000 customers in 1 year. Phenomenal. What are some of those things that customers have access to in iGo? Well, here it is. Our core services are our hotels, rental cars, cruises, flights, homes, weeks. Weeks is my favorite button on the site. My husband and I told you we love to travel. Last year for his birthday, we traveled for each other's birthdays. We have 4 children. Travel is a must. We traveled for his birthday last year. We went to the DR. We stayed in a 5-star resort. We were there for 8 days, 7 nights at an all-inclusive resort. That means their food, your beverages, mostly the alcohol, Your food and your beverages were included. And we paid just over $500 for the entire stay for 2 people. It's unheard of. The weeks is my favorite button. I go there first whenever I'm booking. So you definitely want to have access to that. We also have what's called our marketplace and a slot for timeshare owners. If you own a timeshare that you're not using, that's sitting there, you're paying money on it, you can list it on our site and our company will lease it out for you and send you the money. How awesome is that? So those are our core services. Some of our additional lifestyle activities include shore excursions, theme parks, outdoor activities, shopping rewards, golf. If you love golf or you know any golf advocates, you will just blow their minds by giving them access to our free site that has discounts on golf place or golfing, I don't know, what do they call ranges? Yes, around the world. I should know better. All the men in my family play golf and I don't. I go to the banquets for the lunch. So we also have a wine club that's phenomenal, gift cards, restaurant savings, world tours, and emergency travel service. One of the things that really excited me when I found out about this company is our price guarantee. The company offers a 110% price match guarantee. That means if you book on our site, our iGo site, and find the price cheaper somewhere else, usually it's like, oh, sorry about that. You just missed out on that opportunity. No way. Our company says we're going to match that by 100%. We're going to give you the difference, plus give you an extra 10% off of your current stay. Phenomenal. So when you talk about our core services, our additional lifestyle and rewards and savings, you have to add in there our second vertical, which is our ride share. And we're going to tell you more about our ride share, Vibe Rides. So Tonya, tell us more. How does this work? What does this look like? What does it mean for me? Because that's what we really want to know. What does it mean for you? This is how it works. Over here on the top left-hand side, if you decided to join us as a travel savings ambassador, you would have access to the absolute best prices on travel. You'll be hooked, right? And so you can save up to 70% on your personal travel, and your customers can save half of whatever you save. So on this example, the Travel Savings Ambassador platform allowed the customer to save 41% on their 5-star resort in Mexico. They saved $424 on this trip, and they only paid $621. Well, they wanted to take their brother with them because their brother and his family wanted to go, and it's a family-friendly resort. So they gave their brother access to the free customer site. It's free. They just gave it to them, and it allowed them to save 20% on the same exact room at the same resort. Amazing, right? Yes or yes? Yes. So the brother, instead of saving $424, which you did as a travel savings ambassador, saves $212. They did that for free. It is phenomenal. And remember, there's that price guarantee there. So they're saving money. They're saving $212. They only paid $834 instead of the public price of $1,046. They are now super ecstatic and ready to have some fun. Now they can use the discount site for their excursions and tours with all the money that they save. And so what happens for the person that gave away that free site? The company says, thank you so much for being an ambassador for this industry and for giving out this free will to customers who want to travel and save money. We're going to reward you for that. That's a novel idea, right? Because when Facebook came out, when WhatsApp came out, when LinkedIn came out, all of those companies said, oh, refer us to your contacts. Give us access to all of your contacts. And then they said, thank you. While they made money off your contacts, right? iBuumerang is saying something completely different. They're saying, refer us to all of your contacts. Give us access to your contacts. And what are they going to do? They're going to give you money each time your contact saves money. So your brother went, booked his own trip. You didn't do anything for him. He went on a free website, booked his own trip, just like he does on any other site. And when he saved $212, The company sent you a check for $106. Beautiful. Game changer. This completely changes the way network marketing is done. Instead of asking someone to support you in your business and buy your products, pay a little bit more, then they can now get it on Amazon. Now you're saying, we're going to make sure you save money. We're going to make sure we stack on value for you. And here it is. Use this site, travel as much as you want to, save money. And when they save, you're going to be blessed. And so here now, not only does the travel savings ambassador earn money, but the person who introduced them to the business opportunity earns money as well. So you see here in this description, 50% of the money was paid as a travel savings bonus to the referring agent, and 35% of that was converted into commissions. You'll understand what that means in just a second. So let's look. Again, we talked about the model of network marketing being just completely changed forever. You can now go out and share a free site with people where they go and book their own travel and you get paid. Phenomenal. Let's look at what it would take for you to earn an extra $3,000 a year. If anyone had an extra $3,000 just sitting in the bank right now, could that make a difference for you? Could it make a difference for a family members whose mortgage you want to pay for them because they're out of work right now? 22 million people in the United States out of work right now, and we're growing and providing more and more opportunities. And this is something that can happen for them too. So they go out and they say, okay, I'm going to give this site to 10 people. Those 10 people who are going to be just ecstatic as soon as the planes are back on the runways and people are out traveling and flying again. People are just waiting to go somewhere. When those 10 people travel, let's say they save on average, each person saves on average $600. Well, 10 times 600 is 6,000. That's a total savings of $6,000 for those 10 people. And because you gave all 10 people the free site, which they used to book their own travel, you didn't do anything else, you're going to earn half of that, or $3,000. How often would you want to do that? How many times would you want to give away that free site to 10 people, right? So many people you can think of that travel or that are right now talking about traveling. Here is our PRIB. We talked about the PRIB. So our iGo site is what helps people get interested, because we just gave them access to the free travel site. They're excited. They're looking on there. They're talking about, man, I really always wanted to go on a cruise to Alaska. I always wanted to go to Bora Bora. I always wanted to go to Dubai. Now they go to the site and it's no more a fantasy. It becomes a reality because the prices are amazing. So they're hooked. They're just like those first customers that bought books on Amazon at a discount. Same exact concept. Amazon used books as a way to collect customers and gather data. We're using iGo to collect customers and gather data. That data and that customer information goes into our PRIB. And that little wheel starts spinning and it finds out, you know, what the customer needs next. Well, they find out the customer's taking their family on a trip, a dream trip to Disney, right? And since we have rideshare, our Vibe rides available in Disney, when they land there, boom, the PRIB says Johnny's going to Disney with his family. They're getting off the plane Friday at 3. Let's offer them access to our rideshare service. Phenomenal. This PRIB concept changes the way you work. I talked about it. My husband and I, when we left the office, even though we had a staff, you know, things just completely changed when we weren't there. We left the office, there was no more guaranteed money coming in like when we were there working for our company. Now, we can leave the office. We can be in the DR, we can be in Vegas, we can be in Mexico, we can be wherever we want to be, and this PRIB is still working. It's still trying to figure out what customer wants to go to Hawaii. Let's help them save even more money. Let's tell them about the discounts they may have missed when they were searching the first time. Oh, now they're going to Houston. Let's tell them about the rideshare so they can save money on their rideshare services while they're in Houston. That PRIB is working for you and me, even when we're not at work. Guys, if you don't find out a way to make money work for you, you will work for money until the day you die. This is a game changer. So let's talk about the rideshare industry and how it is such a huge segment of the travel industry. We have created what's called Vibe Rides. So our customers get to choose their vibe. It's super sexy. Before they get in the car, they get to choose the temperature they want for the car. They get to choose what type of music they want to hear. They get to choose if they want the driver to talk to them or not. It's so cutting edge and above what everyone else has experienced. It's so fun. And now you get to participate in rideshare. Imagine if you had the opportunity 6 years ago, if Uber came to you and said, you know what, we're coming to your city and we want to roll this concept out. Will you help us get customers? Well, they did that anyway. That's how I find out about Uber, because they told someone, if you give us the email address of someone that you know, then we'll give you a free ride. They did that. They got their free ride. I found out about Uber and became an avid customer, right? We're going to make sure you get paid for your contacts when they use the service. So you can earn money in 3 ways. You can decide to be a driver, or excuse me, I'll start from the beginning. A rider. When a rider's ride, you can earn money. You can be a driver yourself, or you can participate in our overdrive program. And that's where you are able to leverage yourself and build your own fleet of drivers. So they call that the R3, 3 ways to earn: when you drive, when others drive, and when customers ride. It's the next generation. What does that look like? We talked about customers. You're earning half of what your customers save. Let's talk about what happens when a driver goes out and drives, or a rider goes out and rides that you gave the free app to. So here you are. We're going to call you Billy right here. And Billy gave this free app to Dave so Dave could start driving. And for the sake of numbers, we're going to use $100 as the cost of this fare. Well, the cost was $100, and the driver will earn 75% of that, or $75. The person who referred the driver and gave them the free app will earn an override commission of 3%, or $3. Understand this concept, guys. Making money every time someone uses rideshare. How many times have you seen someone get picked up from the airport, get picked up from a club downtown, get picked up from a restaurant? People even get their kids picked up from school now with rideshare services. This is amazing. Build your own fleet of drivers that you give the free app to, and you can earn 3% every time they go out and drive. Well, there was the same person who introduced the person before them, who introduced the driver. They also earn 3%. Our company is generous beyond generous. On this side, we have the rider over here on the right in purple. Well, the rider got the free apps from someone. Well, that could be the same person or a different person. That person is going to earn 3% when the rider rides. Oh my goodness, just so much money on the table to be earned. And the person who referred that person who referred the rider is also going to earn an override of 3%. So the company has just made it a fantastic opportunity for us to be able to leverage our contacts the same way we did with Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, WhatsApp. Another one just came through today. Someone reached out and gave me access to it. I think it's called Alignment or something like that. All of these companies are accessing our contacts, and they're using data analytics and digital marketing to go out and make money on our contacts. Now you get to leverage your contacts and also help them save money. It's a beautiful concept. And when you want to take it another level, a step further, just do something extra special. You do what our CEO did. You create a foundation. Here it is, over here on the right, the left-hand side, our Boom Foundation. Every time a boomerang is given out, that's what we call our free website for travel, the iGo site. We call it giving a boomerang. Anytime a boomerang is given out for someone to use the rideshare service as a driver or a rider, the company sends a nourishing meal to a child through our foundation, the Boom Foundation. So guys, let's see some boomerangs out there for the Boom Foundation. So here is what you could look at earning from the rideshare service of Vibe Rides. Let's say you referred 10 drivers who drove an average of 5 days per week, and they only took 5 rides per day. With an override of 3%, that would give you a residual income, extra income outside of the customers that you had, an extra income of $450 a month. We're talking car insurance and car payment at this point, right? Well, let's go over here and let's say you're excited. You're saying, I can go crazy with this opportunity. I talk to people every day. I can do this. I want to go ahead and map out my future. Let me make a goal to give away 100 websites or free apps to people who want to drive. This puts you in a position to now, with those same numbers, 5 days a week, 5 drives a day, put an extra $4,500 per month into your family's pocket. Guys, I'm telling you, I told you at the beginning of the call, we are fired up over here and it just keeps getting better. So easy, it's very simple. All we're doing is giving away free access to something that people are going to use anyway. Now we've been blessed to have the opportunity to earn money by helping people save money on the things they were going to do anyway. We simply give away a free code to people. They use that code and activate it. They can use it to activate our iGo site for travel, or they can use it to activate our Vibe site for the ride share as a customer or a driver. And so let's talk about some more money. Just say more money. Just get that in your head. The company has found out a way to take all of the money that comes in. When I talked about 50 million coming in last year during March to December, and the company paying out $26 million, that is not a joke. That's money that went right back into the field. And we're not even going to talk about the fact that we have our own stimulus plan. Our CEO put another $1 million on the table for us to earn this month, for everyone in the company to be able to have a fair share at earning. Just beautiful. So here it is. When you come into the company, you're either going to come in coach class, business class, or first class. And those are the costs for those various packages. Well, what the CEO said is, in our compensation plan, you're going to come in and you may introduce this opportunity to other people, and it's really simple to do. All you do is invite them to one of these calls. We do the presentations for you, we answer questions for you, and all you're doing is sitting back learning, because one day you're going to be doing the presentation for someone if you choose to. But all you have to do is introduce them to these calls. And so on level 1, when you introduce someone, you'll get a fast start bonus of $22.50 for anyone who comes in at coach class, $45 for anyone who comes in at business class, and $90 for anyone that comes in at first class.
Yeah.
There's just more money the more layers you get down into this business, meaning that you could have, this could be you introduced someone, you got paid, they came in at first class, you got $90. Well, they're excited, they're on fire. There's one lady who introduced someone back in March, and within the last week, she spoke today during our call, within the last week or so of the business for that month, that person that she sponsored introduced 17 other people. Mind-blowing. People are hungry for opportunity. People have the power now in their hands to make the amount of money that they deserve, not the amount of money that someone tells them that they're worth. And so you can have that person come in, someone that comes in on your second level, they introduce 17 people. You're either going to get $4.50, $9, or $18, again, for people that you didn't even know. But because you empowered someone with this information, they plugged into these calls, you're going to get paid too. And you see that goes down for 7 levels. So there's just more and more money to earn. Can we say more money? Yes. Our company has something that's called a dual team or binaries. People may be familiar with that concept. And that simply means that on this call, there are guests. And these guests have been invited by someone on the call. And so when they come into the business, the person that invited them, that's them right there, is either going to place that person on their left side or on their right side. They're going to have to fall on one of these sides. And on Sunday night at midnight, the company takes a snapshot of the revenue that was generated from each of your teams, from your right team and your left team. And in this example, the left team generated $10,000 in commissionable volume. The right team generated $5,000. And in this example, this person earns 20% commission on the volume of the lesser team. The reason why that's important is because it makes sure that that person who's building a team is making sure that both teams grow strong. They're not just going to work with people who are doing well and just go support them and leave everyone else to their own devices. We work as a unit. We want to make sure that both teams are strong, and the company incentivizes us to do that. And so this team that made $5,000 for the week, they're going to earn an additional commission on that of 20% or an extra $1,000 for the week. Just weekly money. We get paid on Mondays. Mondays are beautiful. We love Mondays. Everyone else hates Mondays. We love Mondays, right? And so here it is on Monday. They got their extra commission for the team members they personally sponsor, plus this dual team bonus. And we're sorry to say, this dual team bonus maxes out at $250,000 a week. Guys, right now you may be saying, what? That's an insane amount of money. But stick around. You'll be saying, I maxed out my $250 for the weeks, and we'll be so happy for you when you do. And so how do you get started? It's very simple. You start with what we consider our registration or standby. It's $49.95. It gives you access to a customer site. So we talked about the ambassador site can save up to 70%. The customer site saves up to 35%. So you get access to the customer site. It gives you 5 of the free boomerangs that you can give away to people for travel. Right now, you can give away unlimited boomerangs for the ride share, for drivers and for customers. Guys, the money's there. There's like everywhere you go, public transportation is being decreased because the cities can't afford it or don't want to pay for it. So ride share is at a high right now for areas that need access because people still are needing to go out for essential services, those jobs, and to get to the store, to get to the doctors, to get wherever they got to go. Rideshare is the way to go now. And so you can get 5 boomerangs to people who want to use the travel site. You get unlimited boomerangs for the rideshare. You don't earn the full 50%. We talked about this. So this one here is a baby step to kind of get your feet wet, and it's not where you want to stay. Trust me, because there's so much money on the table. But you can, if you need to, start here. You get to earn 25% referral commission, and you get something that's called our I Decide interactive presentation. It's just a game changer. It's completely different than anything you've seen before. And I talked to you, I said that for 24 years, I analyzed businesses and looked at their models. I've never seen a company that had an interactive presentation that presents the business opportunity for you the way that this does. So it's just phenomenal. And you also have your back office system to you to run your business. Now, this $49.95 subscription is one time for standby, and then there's a monthly subscription of $49.95 per month. But if you're saying, listen, Tonya, you could have stopped 10 minutes ago. I knew this was for me. I've been looking for an opportunity. It's my time. I need something now. How do I make serious money? We're going to talk about that. You can choose the coach package, the business class package, and the first class package. I already told you about the prices for each. Let me tell you what you get with each and why you're going to want to start where you have to, start where you can, because you want to make sure you get in on that binary as high up as possible, right? But you're going to want to get to first class as soon as possible. So with Coach Class, you get access to your personal travel site. You get access to discounts on hotels, flights, and rental cars, At business class, they add cruises to that. So if you're an avid cruiser, you might as well come in at business class and start there. You will save so much money on your cruises that you have to be at just business class if you like to cruise. But if you are a traveler, just being a traveler alone, I have saved oodles of money. We went on 6 different trips last year. Usually we only take 3. Last year we went on 6 because of all the money that we saved. We were able to go additional places. So with first class, you get access to everything that was in business class, plus exclusive homes. Those are $1 million or more homes that you can go to with your family. You get access to the weeks button. It's my favorite. Our marketplace, our lifestyle section, and then the timeshare opportunity that can make you some money. With your coach class, the boomerangs that you receive, you can start with 10 of the free iGo boomerangs to give away. Now, guys, when your customers use them, you do not earn the full 50% of that savings. You only earn half of that. So again, when I'm talking about from a business perspective, the investment that you put into your company and the return on investment that you want to get back, you need to look at this, because at coach class, you only earn half of that available 50% commission. Now, if you bump yourself up to business class, you now get access to 25 boomerangs to start with to give away. Remember, we talked about the estimated value that you can make from each one of those boomerangs per year is about $300. So it takes you from 10 boomerangs to 25 boomerangs, right? And then now you're earning 100% of the commissions that are available to be paid out. Big difference. At first class, you now have 50 boomerangs to give away. The dual team, we talked about the 2 teams that come out, and you're going to get put in one of those positions. You want to get as high up as possible, because if there's someone else on the call with you today, as soon as they enroll tonight, they're going to get put in one of those positions, and you can earn residual income off of them as well. Not taking away from them, but because the company built it that way so that everyone wins. But your goal is to get as high as possible on that binary tree. And so with the dual team, at coach class, you earn 10%. At business class, you earn 12%. And first class, you earn 15%. I'm just going to use a little bit of common sense with you here, not my business degree. If I am going to do something and I have an opportunity to get paid 10% for doing that, or 15%, please sign me up for the 15% right away. All right. And so our luxury experiences, we have had some phenomenal trips already. And the company will continue to have phenomenal trips. And on those luxury experiences, if you are at coach class, you get to sign up for that trip during general release. If you are business class, you get a 1-week notice before coach class that you can sign up for that trip. The reason why that may make a difference to you is, let's say right now, we have over 50,000 ambassadors around the world. But if we're having a luxury experience on, say, the Crown Mary on the cruise ship, when we're able to get back on there, and say there's only 10,000 cabins, well, that means the first 10,000 people that sign up get a cabin. Everyone else is just waiting for the next trip. So being able to have a week in advance by just being business class changes your availability to get on, say, a cruise ship. Or if we're at a resort like we were in Mexico last year, we had a fantastic time. Oh my goodness, still dreaming about Mexico. We had oceanfront villas. You can have one with a pool that swam out. If you didn't get to reserve those rooms far enough in advance, you might have been on the second floor without a swim out pool. So the little things, right? And at first class, you get 2 weeks to book before everyone else. And so now we'll talk about the pricing or the investment that you're going to make to be a part of each one of these opportunities. Coach class is $250, business class is $500, and first class is $1,000, except for this month. Drum roll, please. Our CEO, I'm telling you, he has, as a part of our bonuses and incentives for this month, you can come in at first class for only $750. Yes, Yes or yes. And their monthly subscription for all three of these packages is only $99 per month. Guys, this gives you access to pretty much a back office that's so robust you wouldn't believe it. But it's like having QuickBooks and a personal secretary all in one. You get all of that to support your business and help you grow your business, as well as the I Decide interactive presentation that I have used to grow my business in 5 different countries. I have team members in 5 different countries simply by sharing that I Decide video with people in different countries and different languages. And they were able to look at it and make a decision. And the system told me what their decision was after they watched the video. I've never seen anything like it. I am absolutely ecstatic about this company, and I know many of you are as well. I want to have some of my comrades come on and share how excited they are about iBuumerang, because I don't want you to think like, okay, Tonya's on fire, this woman's fired up for no good reason. I want you to hear some of the other people on the team that are fired up, that have leadership positions, that are just getting started. They're from all levels of the company, but they see the vision. Who wants to share first? I'm going to say first come, first serve. Just unmute yourself and tell us your name, where you're from, your background, and why you are fired up. All right, Troy, I see you.
Hey, how you doing? How's everybody doing tonight? My name is Troyston Tomlin from Brooklyn, New York, and I'm extremely excited about iBuumerang. But I had to tell you a little story about myself. Back in 2009, I graduated from college. My background is in sports management and exercise science, so I'm the sports guy. That's what I went to school for. But when I came home from school, it was in the middle of a recession, so it was extremely tough and extremely hard to get a job. Listen, the only job I was able to get was a job at Blockbuster. Rest in peace, Blockbuster. But that's the only job I was able to get. And on top of that, I actually had to know someone just to get in there, just for $8.25 back then. So I was, I was thankful that I had a job, but I did not have the income that I desired, and I wasn't using my degree. So just fast forward a few years later, right now I'm working in the sports and entertainment industry, and at a major sports facility. We were working March Madness. So the day before everything shut down, the NBA, shut everything down. And then the next day I'm working March Madness. We literally had to evacuate the building with one phone call. So I'm literally watching people's hours go from, they went in thinking they had an 8-hour shift or a 12-hour shift to having a 4-hour shift and getting pushed out of the building because we had to shut everything down due to the COVID-19 situation that we're in right now. So I kind of want to say, I'm saying all of that to say this. When I first, came home from school, I didn't have iBuumerang to fall back on. I didn't have this opportunity at all. Now I'm currently in a position where I can earn an income from home in spite of what's going on outside of my control. This is something I can control. I can put the work in and do it myself and generated income from home. Now, I joined a year ago, March 30th, and since June of 2019, I've actually, all right, so you just saw Miss Ty Lawrence just showed you that it's a cost to build, to have this business. It's $99.95 a month, right? Well, I haven't had to pay for the business. Why? Because I plugged into the system and did everything that the leaders told me to do. I worked hard, and the business now pays for itself. So it's almost been a year where I didn't have to come out of my pocket for the business, and now it's producing an income. So where I'm able to work from home and make an income. So I just want to encourage those who are looking to earn an extra income from home. I would say definitely get back to the person that got you to this call. They were looking out for you when they put you in front of this information. And I just say thank you guys for giving me this time, and boom.
Boom. Thank you so much, Troyson. Yes, that is a great point. For so many people, most people, I would say, in the company, we don't pay that $99.95 per month. It is a business expense that comes out of our business revenue. So that is a fantastic point. Thank you for bringing that up. Who else do we have that wants to share why they're excited and a little bit about themselves? You would have to unmute your line first.
I guess I'll go.
Yes. Hey, Christine, I love that background.
Thank you, Tonya. You did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, dear.
You. I took some notes. You're amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a TSA. I'm independent. I'm looking for my independence. My name is Christine Marcellet. I'm from Montreal, Canada. I have a background of TV production. I was a DA, director assistant. I became a director, but I was a freelancer. So I was not very free. I was coming, going from one contract to another and to another one, and for 30 years. But I was great. I had a great career, and but at some point I needed more and stability. And I jumped in because I love serving. I jumped into politics. It just happened, and it's okay. But still, it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for freedom. And iBuumerang is exactly what I'm looking for. It is exactly the tool that I need to create my freedom of choice. And more I earn, more I give, and everybody's happy. We have a great tool, and it's just a beginning. And I'm so blessed and grateful to, like Troy, I mean, it does not cost me anything. So it just cost me my passion and fun and, time. And working with you all guys, I mean, it is just incredible. I don't know any company, even though in my greatest time in TV production, we were a team. Yeah, we had fun. But, after that, getting out of the set, the fun was not, coming on. Here, it never ends. We're always connected. There's always something new. There's always a new challenge. There's always a new tool. There's always a new training. There's always, new people we meet. And there's always, great ways to help others. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Thank you so much, Tonya.
Yes, and I love what you said. The more you earn, the more you give. That is a phenomenal concept, and that's one phrase that you can wrap iBuumerang up in. So thank you so much for sharing. We have time for one more person. I saw Elodie trying to unmute herself earlier. Were you able to get that unmuted, hon? There you go.
Yeah. Super. Yeah, technology today. Yeah. So I'm Elodie from Montreal, Canada. I'm an actress. I'm a scenographer, and I'm working at school, high school too. But now everything is closed at Canada, so I don't know how much time. So actually, this business is my plan A. Before that, it was my plan B, because in my job, I never had a stability. I never had freedom in time and money or whatever. And I work on that with this business. And now we have time. Now we can work on that. So it's the most powerful momentum that I can create my liberty, my freedom. And I think this business, with this situation, we never had it in your life. We will have it only 1 or 2 times in your life. So it's the best time to jump in and to create. What do you want to create it? So it's powerful and it's amazing. And we like Christine said, we stay connected together with team, and it's really nice.
Yeah, this bond is phenomenal, and we have just a great opportunity for so many people to have a plan A. When they thought maybe all hope could have been lost, they now have a bona fide plan A. Well, guys, I want to just take a moment to introduce someone who has been a mentor and a coach to all of us on this call. And earlier this week, he actually spoke on our corporate call and gave a little bit of his background that we already knew. We already knew why he was so phenomenal at what he did, because he was a true, just a go-getter, a thought leader, an entrepreneur at heart. And when this opportunity came along to take hold of what iBuumerang had to offer, he jumped in headfirst, became a diamond the first week in the company, which is the highest level in our company. This gentleman is helping people all around the world change their lives and is there for them, and super selfless, is a gang of fun, has all the information that you need because he has the background of over 20 years in network marketing, plus just a super amount of integrity. So without further ado, I'd love to introduce to you, many of you for the first time, Mr. Emmanuel Bernstein. Mr. Bernstein, are you here with us to say a few words to close us out?
He has no sound, Miss Lawrence. I just see a post in the chat. He said the system is not letting him speak.
Well, I understand that. I had the same issue, so that's why I was on 2 devices. But guys, I am telling you, if he was able to get on, he would tell you he is fired up and pumped up about what's happening here with our company. And we've been able to just change so many lives. And when you are an agent for change and you have a vehicle that you can actually use to empower people in a time such as this, it makes all the difference in the world. You know, we have so many people that are hurting, but we have a solution. And it's beautiful to be a part of the solution. So for all of you who are guests, we welcome you. I want to be the first to say welcome to our family. Like Christine said, there's going to be so many times that we'll be able to get together over Zoom, in person, to just be a family, to have fun, to make money together. But also, you now have the power. Start your list tonight. Make a list of over 200 people, because they are out there. In the United States alone, over 22 million people are unemployed. Guys, make that list. Do not hesitate. Start right now. Get this information in someone's hands that can completely change their lives, because they're hurting right now, and you have the power to make a difference. With that, I'm going to say good night. God bless. Thank you all for being here. If you have questions, get your questions answered right now, but make sure you get registered at whatever spot you can fit in at and start at, and work your way up to first class as soon as possible. Remember, you want the difference between that 10% and that 15%, if that reason alone. But get in, get started, plug into the system. Do not go out here and try to recreate things on your own. You want to plug into the system and have tremendous success. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Have a beautiful evening. Good night.
Boom. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Boom.
Boom, guys.
Boom.
Boom.